forgot to go live on YouTube, man. Anyways, we're here now. Let me start up Claude. Alright, what was the problem? The problem is, well, let me describe. Recently, I need something where I can just talk to the terminal instead of typing out my prompts. That would be wonderful. Recently, we added a feature to that where a user can add their Twitch username to their profile. The LeetCode online checker scripts will then pull those usernames and check if they are online. However, there is a bug. If someone adds their username, then the online checker finds, then the online checker sees that they are online, then it will update that Twitch user to show as online on the website. But if that user were to remove their Twitch username while online, then the LeetCode online checker will never change their status from online again. Please fix this. I don't want to do it, man. Maybe we need to vibe code a tool for TTS into Claude. I would expect there's something like that already. I'm just kind of waiting for someone else to do it if it hasn't already been done. I haven't really looked into it in a long time. The last time I explored that was almost a year ago, and I think there was something called Whisper back then. Maybe there's something else now. Perhaps I should just look right now, man. TTS into Claude Code. What do y'all think? Anybody? This is 7 months ago. This guy is 3 days ago. Pocket TTS. Anyways, I'll research this stuff offline. I don't trust some one-starred repo, you know. For now, maybe it will make me a faster typer. Maybe not. We'll see. Alright, so now I gotta wait until Opus looks at my junk. What's he trying to do? He's trying to read my data. Alright. I don't even remember how any of this stuff works. Like, this is my back end. So I look at, okay, I see. Alright, so maybe I can add this. Dang, where is this querying, man? This is querying from my SQLite. I'm gonna add that to my to-do list, man. Migrate away from that SQLite. To Supabase. Maybe I'll do that next. Raxo Sabe, what's happened? Good morning. Welcome. Hey, Raxo. Do you do, like, regular software development? Or are you strictly algorithm style or, you know, PhD stuff, research and academia? Supabase is better than SQLite. I think they serve two different purposes. I'm no database expert or any type of expert, actually. But Supabase is just, from my understanding, it's just Postgres as a service. And SQLite is just like a lightweight database. That's like a file you just have, you know. So they serve two very different purposes. So I started off this project with SQLite because it was, you know, the easiest to just get something working immediately. I don't think I've outgrown SQLite, but I think maybe for my project here, I've already integrated with Supabase. And I think it's easier to just have everything under Supabase right now than have a separate SQLite thing going on. So this is their solution. Should I check it out here? I'm gonna just have it edit. Wait. How? Oh man. How do I have so many dang projects up here? I don't even know what these things are, man. These are all from WebSockets. I don't know why. How do I see my projects? Because these aren't my projects, man. What's this button? Oh, that's not. That's not the button I'm looking for. Yeah, these are the things I want to see. But whatever. I'll just look at this thing here. LeetCode Online. How are they gonna know if it's orphaned? I guess it gets the streamers, and this is from this API, so it only finds the online ones. And then whatever. I trust it, man. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Is that how you do programming these days? Just send it. Anyways, yesterday I was having some troubles with Docker. Like it just wouldn't work. And I fixed my computer. It was because I guess I needed to just like unplug and plug everything back into my motherboard, especially my RAM. I guess during my move, things got shaken up in my PC. Anyways. Hey, how come I can't see my GitHub stuff on the changes here? Is there like a limit? Oh, why is it? I don't want to see none of these, man. This is, how can I unselect everything? I don't want that. Maybe I can select single repository. The only thing I care about are my own repositories. There we go. Well, I don't want to see all this other junk, but I'll take it. Oh, all right, here we go. Actually, dang, I updated this. Hey, it says it added something, but it didn't change. Did it change it? Oh, what did I do, man? Hey, how do I say this is good? Accepts changes. I want to keep these things, man. Who knows? This is how I'm gonna do it. Is that the way? That is not the way to do it. Don't save. How about that? Let me just close all these files. Too much junk open, man. All right, there we go. There's the change that we're looking for. So I'm gonna just commit this, update node version, and what do we do? Add feature to clean up orphan streamer Twitch. All right, let's just do that. I'm a button pusher, man. That's all I am. So I did a little bit of work last night trying to like update packages. So hopefully everything still works. Update packages and stuff. I didn't do it myself. Claude Code did it. Should I push that too? And push that. I'm gonna start a new terminal. And I'm trying to run my projects locally now. Let me see if I remember how to do that. So this is the front end. I gotta also turn on the back end. Oops. Let's see if it works. Oh, shit. Man, did they mess up my website? Why does it look so crazy? I shouldn't have committed that change, man. I shouldn't have messed with anything. Let me just tell Claude. Hey, can I send it a screenshot? How does that work? Can I like tell Claude to look at my screen and fix it? Yeah, you know how to do that? It seems like, let me just describe the problem first. Um, Yesterday, you updated Midnight Simon Remix to you updated some packages and stuff. Today, I'm testing it out and I'm noticing that the background for the website has changed from a dark color to white. Can you figure out why? Can it figure out why? Let's see. Hey Solbs, do you do a lot of LLM coding, vibe coding, or whatever people call it, AI assisted coding? Everybody should be using this stuff, right? When I had a job, I guess we are only allowed to use the internal stuff, which was Gemini. And I guess I would have liked to use it a bit more, but I wasn't doing much coding when it started to get good. Pretty frequently with the languages I'm not super familiar with. Dang, so you code in a bunch of different languages? Oh man, it found it already. Yeah, you gotta fix that. What were you doing if not coding? What was I doing? Maybe more just trying to get consensus on some API designs, or I don't even remember what I was working on, but probably something like that. Design docs and architecture, I guess you could say architecture, more like just trying to get client systems to buy into our solution and be okay with it. Need to fluff up that word. And yeah, Dust Exor, how you doing? All right, let's see if this thing fixed it. Oh dang, it's so good it fixed it, man. Everything is fixed. Great. Yeah, let's I don't even know, what should the commit be? I'm gonna just say fix bug that showed dark as white or whatever. How to get attention to my open source project, which is a YAML serializer. Is that what you're trying to do now? Are you trying to go around and ask people to check out your open source project? Hey, I don't know how to get attention to your open source projects. Maybe you gotta share it with people that you think might be interested in it. You know, Is that why you quit? The job got boring? Boring to me because I'm not interested in trying to get everybody to agree on some silly feature nobody cares about, you know? I'd say. But really, the reason is I did 4 years at Google and I thought it was time to move on and try something that I actually want to do. You know, I asked myself, this might be silly, but I asked myself, if Google didn't pay that much money, would I want to work there? And the answer was no, I don't want to do this stuff. If they didn't pay me money and they didn't give me so much free food, I would not want to work there. Because I'd feel like I'm wasting my time. So I was like, you know, maybe I should just pursue my own passions for a while. And if I fail, then I'll go back to being a corporate slave, man. When I'm broke. But hey, Sergeant Pepper, what's happening? Nice to see you too. I'm back to streaming, man. Rocky88, how you doing? Money only goes so far. Yeah, kinda, right? And I think when I'm super broke with like negative money, negative net worth, the salary that these big tech companies means a whole lot, and I'm willing to do whatever to work to get that salary. But if you have a little bit of money saved up and you have like some passions or some drive to do something else, then maybe, you know, you can roll some dice, take a little risk. That's how I see it. Time to move on, make your own OS and then make your own game engine. I don't know about all that, man. But when you're poor, oh man, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Rocky88. When you're poor, that 300K is real nice. So inspiring, and I want to do the same, but how do you get healthcare in the US? You can just pay for healthcare, man, can't you? Konnichiwa, douche. What's happened? Maybe you can take some tips from Chi Chi on stocks and investments. Yeah, maybe, but I'm not trying to be a day trader or anything, man. I'm not trying to like stay at home and just generate money by trading, you know. I'm actually, one of my biggest goals in life is to build something that is useful to people. Like, I've always wanted to do that. Like something that's really useful. Maybe not to the whole world, but to like a decent amount of people. It's very, very useful. You can get your own insurance. Yeah. I never understood that argument about like the biggest fear about losing your job is losing health insurance. You can pay like a couple $100 a month and you get that, right? That's like saying, oh man, I'm losing my job. I don't care about my 300K salary, but I do care about my $2,000 a year health insurance, you know? I don't know how health insurance works, so maybe I'm just talking nonsense. Do you have an idea of what areas you are interested in? Iles Preacher, what's happening? Welcome. The areas I'm interested in are things like, I guess, algorithms and type racing. I don't know. Silly games, maybe. It's expensive now, but yeah, for a basic package, it's not crazy. You need some kind of income. What? It's minimum 500 a month for a decent one. Yeah, but 500, I mean, you're leaving a job that pays you $20,000 a month, man. You know, if you can stomach losing that income, I'm sure you can figure out how to get $500 a month for health insurance. It's like, when I'm leaving a big job like that, I'm not worried about, man, if I leave my job, who's what am I gonna do about my light bill? You know, I'm just gonna use my savings to pay my light bill, right? But maybe maybe I just don't think too much about these things, and I deal with them when they come up. I was asking because I've been following for a while, and I did watch videos of how you started to gain interest in code. So I figured algorithms was something you were interested in. Yeah, algorithms for sure. But hey, how I started to gain interest in coding was not algorithms though. I think I learned how to program so that I could create bots to spam people and make money. That was my gateway to programming, and that was many years ago. 12, 13 years ago. From spam to algorithms, yeah, it's been an interesting journey. All right, what is I doing? We gotta work on something. The Bruce Sales, how you doing? Welcome to the party from YouTube. Oh yeah, it was fixing. Oh yeah, so it fixed my LeetCode online checker thing. But did it really fix it? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I kind of cheated there. So I don't know what to do. Roy, what's happening? What are we doing? I'm just chilling, man. I have a website, midnightsimon.com, and I've been like, I haven't worked on this since last summer, and now I'm trying to add some new features and fix the website, things that are broken, things that I've been meaning to fix. So yesterday I was working on it, and one thing that was broken was all my API keys were outdated. So I have this online checker that will look at Twitch streamers to see if they're online, and it puts like a little online thing next to their name. So I just fixed that yesterday, and now I added a feature where people can register and add their Twitch username if you're streaming algorithms or whatever. Now let me look at my to-do list, what I'm gonna do next. I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe I should do this. Let me describe this problem to Claude now. Algorithms from a pedagogue, what kind of word standpoint? What are you talking about? What does this mean, man? I'm not too big on the words, you know. Hey, algorithms from a ed tech, yeah, kinda. Ed tech, gamified, community building, things like that around algorithms. Basically, I just want a place where people can go to meet other people, to collaborate and do algorithms together and find study partners and all that stuff. Is it gonna be a subscription? Man, I haven't thought that far ahead, you know? The only thing I'm concerned about right now is just building whatever, and I'm not worried about making money right now. Not yet. I will be at some point, but not yet. I have a question. I'm struggling to understand question in code forces, but I can easily understand problems in LeetCode. What could be the problem? Hey, I know the problem, man. Code Force is a lot harder than LeetCode. That's the problem. So, but I don't do much Code Forces, so I'm not sure I can give you great advice. Alright, what was I gonna do? I'm trying to update my environment variables because every now and then I have to oh man, I'm in the wrong. It's in this one. Yes. I have an issue that needs to be fixed. My callback URLs are hard coded in. Every time I want to test my OAuth in dev, I have to uncomment out the KURL and switch from the real prod URL to a dev. Can we fix this so that it is I think I want to do this, but it's weird in Remix to like load environment variables since it's like half back end, half front end stuff or something. I don't even know how it really works, man, but I'm gonna just let Claude handle it, you know. Abstarget, how you doing? Hey Simon, how much do you think a senior dev architecture should earn in the States? That really depends, man. If you're a senior dev in the States and you work at a FAANG company, a senior makes like 400 to 500K. But of course, not all seniors are gonna get paid that much everywhere. Like at a small company, a senior could easily make only like 120K and they think that's fine. So I think it really depends on a senior dev of what caliber, you know, because there's a big range to that, man. I love that keyboard. Hey, thank you. Me too. Hello, bro. I just started my back-end journey and I started with fast API and I know front end. So can you give me any tips? I don't really know anything about back-end API or front end or whatever. So I'm not the right person to give you tips about that. But if I'm gonna give you a tip anyways, my tip would be build, read documentation, and maybe read some engineering blogs from like respectable companies that are relevant to back-end development on the front end. Damn, that hurts my soul. I'm trying to get native salaries from the States working in Argentina. I earn around 72K per year as Salesforce technical architect. Dang. Salesforce technical architect, 72K? That sounds a bit low, but you did say you're in Argentina, so I don't think Salesforce is going to be paying US premium price talent for someone in Argentina unless you relocated to the Bay Area or New York. But yeah, I'd say like Salesforce pays a lot of money, man. If you want to know how much money people are actually making in the States, there's a website called levels.fyi. And let's see, Salesforce. How much are they making? Software engineer, solutions architect. What do you say you're? Technical architect? I don't know. I don't see that title. Let's just say solution architect. How much are they making? Senior, 240K in cloud in the Bay Area. Senior, 300K this person. But man, Bay Area rent ain't the same as Argentina rent either. Enrosis is in the house, man. How you doing, Enrosis? Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm back. Back and hopefully steady from here till April, May, and then I'll probably take a break again. Solution architects are basically the same without the coding part, so it's okay. I didn't know that site is awesome. Hey, when I didn't have a job, when I was looking to try and break into a big tech company, for about a year, 2 years before I got my job at Google, literally every single day I'd go on to levels.fyi and I'd look at all the new offers that people were getting, and it just made me feel so like envious or something, man. I was like, I can't believe people out here getting paid, 200K, and I'm not, So looking at how much people are getting paid really motivated me to like take it seriously. Got screwed over by the flu for 4 days, but better now. Dang, 4 days ain't, 4 days sucks, but it ain't too bad. Happy you're doing good now. I think I'm getting sick too, but sometimes maybe it's just a cold. Crazy. Boss Gans, what's crazy? These salaries, they look a little bit low, man, from when I was looking at them. Dang, L9 make $2 million. I know a couple L9s. I didn't know they made 2 million. It's crazy. L8 make $1 million a year. I know some L8s too. Anyways, Legends Logs from YouTube. How are you doing? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm out here joking around when I should be vibe coding. All right, what were we doing? Oh yeah. Is that gonna work? Let's see if it works. Crunchy Nerd. What's up? I'm so underpaid. Ugh. Where are you located and how much do you make? And what position do you have? And are you algorithm trained? If you're algorithm trained, you should not be underpaid, man. If you're algorithm trained, you should be getting market rate for whatever you do. But if you're not algorithm trained, you might be like not paid as much as you could be making. Jeez. What's algorithm trained? Algorithm trained means you know how to do LeetCode and you can pass any technical interview like on demand, you know? Well, not any, but there's a high chance that you'll pass a technical interview without breaking a sweat. That's algorithm trained. I suppose you could say you're like a LeetCode Knight. I think LeetCode Knight gives you a decent chance at passing a lot of interviews. A LeetCode Knight means you are ranked in like the top, I don't know, few percent, top 5% of LeetCoders or whatever. Like an algorithm pro, I wouldn't say pro, man, but you're a lot better than the average person. Semi-pro. I guess pro because you kind of do get paid to do algorithms, you know. EE degree, hardware and firmware. I think that's your problem right there, man. Hardware and firmware doesn't pay as much as software. But code mostly from ARM, Cortex-M, low-level hardware integration, IoT. Oh, that's your another problem, Midwest. So Midwest and hardware, man. That's why you're feeling a little bit underpaid. I trained LeetCode for my job search and got the job I wanted, and they didn't ask me a single LeetCode question. It's hit or miss. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, congrats on the job. I don't know if you want to say where or what type of company. Was it like a big tech company? Is it a small startup, mid-size, a company we know, or maybe a company nobody ever heard of? Alright, change some stuff. Change that. What I say I gotta do, man? $112K a year, dang. I don't know anything about how much hardware people make, but in the world of tech, I'd say that sounds a little bit low. But then again, you're in the Midwest. Tell us how much you pay for rent, man. In New York, I was paying... how much was I paying? I was paying $3,200 for rent. You know, I don't know what that would get you in the Midwest, but... hardware often pays poorly, yeah. Mozilla, big ballin'. I didn't know Mozilla didn't ask LeetCode. Do you have roommates in New York? No, but I have a wife and stepdaughter, so I guess they're my roommates. So maybe, yeah, I did have roommates. It's true, sometimes they assume that you are a algorithm trained. Mortgage is about $1,800 for 3,500 square foot on 2 acres. Hey, there you go, man. So maybe you make less than somebody in a premium location, but you got a lot more house and a lot more land than they do. So it's like trade-offs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's big trade-offs. But I don't know. That's pretty decent. That's a nice house. Bay Area, 1.5 mil for 1,200 square feet. Yeah. New York, same thing, man. You're paying like $1 million for like a 500 square foot apartment with half a bathroom and community laundry, you know? And then you gotta pay New York prices for everything. All right, so let me try and pay attention here. Okay. What the heck is this? Oh, yeah. I know what that is. Alright. So that's it. That's it. Should I try it? Probably more that I have 25 years web experience. Dang, 25 years, man. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever done anything for 25 years except play video games. That's the only thing that I've done for 25 years. Maybe I should do something with video games. Do you miss the Bay weather though? Bay weather is good. Bay Area weather. Right now I have to deal with shoveling snow, man. But maybe shoveling snow is good for me because it forces me to get some dang exercise in. I started working professionally on web stuff in 1999. Dang, so you're out there fixing Y2K bugs? That was the beginning of your career? What about tasting wings? That's gotta be 25 plus years. Hey. At least 25 years. Well, eating food doesn't count though, man. Because you gotta do that to survive. Alright. So, I'm gonna test out this URL thing that they told me works. But, I don't wanna open up my env file in front of everybody. Maybe I'll add this. Alright, here we go. Y2K was pretty disappointing. Nothing fun to report there, dang. Smart Coder, what's happening? Did I sleep? Of course I slept, man. It's 11 a.m. right now. Good morning, Smart Coder. Did you sleep? Did you sleep well? What was I trying to do? Alright, I'm trying to... Yeah. I'm trying to run this thing. How did this work before? It's crazy. Alright, first I'm going to use my real thing. I'm actually going to set my environment variable so that it uses the wrong callback, and then I'll remove it to see if it works. Where the hell are my environment variables, man? I don't know anything. env.local. Alright, let's see. Alright, here we go. Run dev. Run dev. Only 5 hours? Damn. Is that on purpose? Like, do you just like to sleep only 5 hours a night? Or what? Why are you up so late? I usually sleep around 7 hours every night. I don't know if that's enough. Alright, so now... Oh yeah, that worked. Because it's going... My callback URL is set in my environment variable to this. So it's pulling the correct environment variable here, which is nice. Boolean, what's happened? Welcome. So now I'm gonna take out that environment variable so that, or comment it out at least. And then I will restart to see if it's gonna work. And I gotta figure out what I need to work on next, man. Is it working? What the hell? Oh yeah, opened up right here. Great, it works. Should we push this to prod or nah? We're not ready, but let's push a update here. Hey, why is my env being uploaded? Should that be ignored? Anyways, updates callback URLs to read from env instead of being hard coded. Hey, you got a streak? What the hell is this, man? 3 stream streak. Thank you very much, Smart Coder. I didn't. First time I've seen something like that. Must be a new feature. Do I have to put like something like that too? It's crazy. Who knows how that works? Alright, what else is on our to-do list, man? Maybe this works. Everything is done. I need to sit down and think of all the stuff I want to work on, man, because there isn't enough work to go around, you know? I don't really have a great idea. I guess I could fix this little chat room thing. It's kind of bootleg right now. Oh, I want to ask Claude what to work on. Hey, that's a good idea. I want to add a message here under your profile about your Twitch username. Here we go. Where's Claude? Okay, here is a small change I'd like. Under the profile page in I'd like there to be an explanation on why you should enter your Twitch username like tell the user that the online checker will put their name on the front page of the website if are online. I'm gonna do this little quick fix or quick addition, and then we're gonna work on some other stuff. Maybe we're gonna ask Claude what to work on next. But first I wanna see how this looks. I'm gonna say it looks ugly. Can you make it like a tooltip or something with a question mark icon or whatever? I don't know. I don't know what to tell it, man. Everything looks ugly, but this doesn't look too great either. Did they fix it? Yeah, that's all right. That's not bad. All right, looks good. Whatever. Add tooltip to profile. Edit page to tell user about all right, I'm gonna build all this junk and push it, deploy it. So how do I do that? Yesterday I was trying to do that, but Docker was giving me trouble. But today I think it will work. Oh, and I should probably have my callback URLs. Hold on, let me add that. Let me add that stuff to my environment variables real quick in my Docker Compose file. What's my URL? Hold on. All right. What are we doing now? Deep Hurting. What's happened? What time zone you in? Gotta change name to Noon Simon. Yeah. I'm in Eastern time. So yeah, this is daytime stream. Oh yeah, we are building the Docker images, and then how do I build that? Which one am I building? Did somebody change this? Hold up. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Leet Geek, welcome to the party. Oh, I see. I was just not scrolled down enough. Anyways, we gotta rebuild this one. Still lead coding? Not right now, but I am lead coding on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So no lead code today, man. Only vibe coding, web dev. Rare daytime non-lead stream. Yeah. They're not gonna be so rare anymore. They're gonna be quite frequent until around April, May. And then I'll go on a 6-week break, maybe 5-6 weeks. Haven't seen you stream in a while. Yeah, I've been busy with real life, man. I moved. I quit my job. Yeah, that's about it. So I've been dealing with moving, really. Packing up my old apartment in New York and moving everything to a new place. All right, we'll build that image. We gotta build this one. And then I gotta push them. How do I do that? I swear I had a Docker thing. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Alright, so how do you work this Docker stuff, man? These are my images. So I just built this one. So what? How do I do that? Do I push? I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push this. I don't know what else I updated. Did I update the back end? I don't think I did. Oh, I have some ideas of what we can work on. I need, what do you call it, where some users have access to certain things and other users don't? Roles? Whatever. Add, like, wait, implement some type of RBAC? What does that mean? RBAC. What am I looking at? RBAC. Role-based access control. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Crazy Polak. Thank you. That's the terminology I need, man. I don't know these words. Some type of role-based access control. All right, let's see if Claude can one-shot this problem too. But wait, first maybe we should upload, like, finish deploying whatever we just worked on now. So I built these two images. Did I push them? I don't remember. I pushed one. I don't know if I pushed them both. Or even if I built them both. Yeah, I built them both. Well, maybe I did push them both. That's crazy. I guess I did, man. All right. How do I deploy that stuff? I have like a strange setup, man. It ain't probably what's normal out there. Because I have everything running on my own dedicated server. I don't have like AWS things going on here. It's probably not as cool, but it works. Alright, so now I'm just going to pull from the Docker, whatever. It's gonna restart everything. Hopefully it works. Anyways, oh, something's happening. Dang, look at that. It's working. Hey, look at all these dang things just to run my simple website. Is it too much? Just to run this little website, man. What did I just change? Oh yeah, this little tooltip. Right there. This page looks ugly, but we'll fix that another time. Or maybe later today. So for now, we're gonna try and do the role-based access control. Let's go to Claude. How do we clear context? Clear? Should I clear? How do I see how much context I'm using up? Can I do that with Claude Code stats? No. We gotta get these tokens up, man. I'm paying $200. I just paid for it yesterday, but I gotta get my money's worth out here. Alright, so I'm just gonna clear and start with a fresh context, and I'm gonna say I would like to add RBAC in particular. There are a couple pages that I have I use to enter a new type racer champion and to enter a new supporter. These pages are a simple post that is protected by a crazy password. I'd like to update this stuff so that it is role-based access controlled. Where only I can see and use those pages. Let's see if it can do it. Usage, by the way. All right, I'll check that out after. Hey, Crazy Polak. Are you like a daily vibe coder? I wouldn't say. Do you use a lot of AI in your daily workflow? Or Claude? Are you a big fan of Claude? What's your favorite LLM model for programming? Alright, I hope Claude can do this because I don't really want to do it myself. Yeah. Let me update this to-do thing too. So this is something I'd like to do. If you shaved your head, you look like an ethnic Steve Wozniak. What are you talking about, man? I don't think I'll shave my head anytime soon. Yes, I am head of AI engineering at my org. We pay for every tool out there, but mostly use Claude Code for day-to-day. Oh, snap. Interesting. So I used to do a little bit of vibe coding, but now I've taken like a 10-month break and I'm back. 10 months ago, Claude Code was the best for coding. It seems like it still is today. But I've been hearing Gemini is also really great, but I have yet to use Gemini. And then I think I've heard people saying, depending on what you're doing, you use different LLMs. Like Claude Opus is good for planning and architecture, and maybe you use Sonnet for like easier tasks, implementation tasks. And maybe Gemini is good for refactoring because it has the largest context or whatever. But I don't know if people like actually use these strategies in the real world, you know. Claude Code still blasts them all out of the water, and a Ralph loop literally is the solution to software now. Hey, I heard this term the other day. Was it you yesterday saying Ralph loop? And somebody told me what a Ralph loop was, but then I forget. Hey, should I just open up another terminal? So, and then I wonder how many people out there are using multiple LLMs in parallel to work. I feel like most people just use a single LLM terminal, or not even like multiple different LLMs. I'm talking like multiple instances of Claude, or doing advanced things like having one LLM orchestrate a few other things and sub agents or whatever. I think that stuff would get crazy. Gemini has only been good for the business side of things. In our environment, we have a lot of microservices across many repos. Claude Code is the easiest to set up agents across multiple projects and share context. Nice. So I feel good about paying for the Claude Max. Put Claude in a for loop basically for the tasks, pretty much without the leaky context. Yeah, I gotta look into that, man. I was opening this thing to tell it to explain what is a Ralph loop and how does it apply to vibe coding. I gotta get my vibe coding or my LLM assisted coding skills up. Claude Max 200 never hitting limits is insane. I used to use Codex, that is OpenAI, which was great, but the tool calling of Claude is insanely better. Yeah, I got the Max 200. I'm trying to get my money's worth. To be honest, I think I probably already got my money's worth if this thing works. If this role-based access control thing, if Claude just one-shots that, it's like, I imagine if I paid a developer $200 on Upwork to implement it in 10 minutes, I'd probably be happy with my purchase, you know? So, anyways, should admin links be visible in the navigation header for admins? Add to header for admins. Yeah, that sounds nice. Make a Ralph loop, put it on your max plan, go make coffee, thank me after. All right. Maybe I'll do that for sure someday soon. All right. Claude Code says, I'm not familiar with a Ralph loop as a standard programming term or concept. It's not something I recognize from established software engineering patterns or terminology. So it must be cutting edge, man. That Claude hasn't learned about it yet. Ralph Wiggum. Dang, 4.3 Ralph Claude Code. Ralph is an implementation of Jeffrey Huntley's technique for Claude Code that enables continuous autonomous development cycles he named after Ralph Wiggum. Who is this guy? Alright. It enables continuous autonomous development cycles where Claude Code iteratively improves your project until completion with built-in safeguards to prevent infinite loops and API overuse. Install once, use everywhere. Ralph becomes a global command available in any directory. Should we try it out? I'm aware of how stupid it sounds. Hey, I don't think it sounds stupid. I think it sounds interesting. What you got planned next professionally, Simon? I'm at the point in career where I want to move on from my current org, but I have anxiety about moving away from comfortable but unfulfilling situation at the moment. Hey, that sounds exactly like me, man. I really enjoyed the people I worked with. I think my org liked me as well. I had great relationships with a lot of the senior people in my org, like my director and like the Uber TLs and all them crazy people up there, you know. But I was very unfulfilled, and I don't know, I just decided, I think I kind of just rage quit, man. Even though I loved the job so much and working there, I just felt like I was wasting my time. First of all, I don't really know how old you are, but I'm almost 40 years old, and I don't think I've really accomplished anything in my life that I've always wanted to. Maybe except for like working at Google. But like working at a fancy company was never like a lifelong goal for me. Something I've always wanted to do was build a product or build anything, product, a business, build something that I feel is useful to other people, that other people will like, and it will help them in their lives some way, somehow. And I figured like I only have a few more years left to do that, man, because I'm not going to be working when I'm 70 or maybe even 65, hopefully not. And then the quality and the motivation that I'll have at 65 is probably a lot different than right now when I'm almost 40. So I think my window of opportunity is really only the next 5 to 10 years before I start to wind down and actually start to like deteriorate, you know. So that was probably one of the biggest reasons for me to just quit and YOLO on just doing whatever I want. But of course, you need to have enough savings. I'm not sure if I have enough savings, but I should be good for at least a year, 2 years probably. Maybe more, but 100% 2 years for sure. So I think you just gotta roll some dice, man. The way I thought about it was I could stay at Google and work a little bit, and maybe I get promoted in like 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years. And, you know, yay, I get promoted. I get a little bit more money. But I won't see a real promotion money until maybe 5 or 6 years later when all my stock vests catch up. So it's like, man, I'm going to do all this work to just make a little bit more money. I might as well quit work on my own thing for a few years really hard, like go super hard, super focused. And if it works out, it would be a great decision. If it didn't work out, it might not be so bad after all if the industry is still around, right? Because I get another job. My sign-on bonus probably be like 100K maybe. Hopefully. I get a promotion through like just moving to a new company. And then I get more pay, and it's like I'm like almost right back on track where I left off, and I got to shoot my shot. So that's like how I justified leaving. That it's not as risky as it sounds, but my situation might be a bit different from yours. So I think with the Google brand on my resume and like trying to do my own thing for a few years, and if I have something to show, I shouldn't have a problem to find another job when I'm ready and get like promoted to the next level. So a repo you looked at isn't the best implementation of it. Defo a night reading to look into likely competent to roll your own better solution. Yeah, all right, I'll do more research. The only way to quit is to rage quit. Yeah. Just take the highest paying job you can get, start a family, focus all energy in family again. Thank me later. Maybe that's one path. It closed 20 years ago. Just cash in and have a family? Who says I don't have a family, man? You left the goal during the downfall of the industry. AI is already scooping up all the side gigs. It's really not such a do cool things job anymore unless you're working on the cutting edge. Hey, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. I think the age of sign-on bonuses are over unless you're doing something really low level. I don't know. I think people still get sign-on bonuses, man. Do they? Let's see. I'm not up to date, man, but how do you see recent offers by whatever IBM? Look at this guy, L4, 13 hours ago. Oh, that's not a real bonus. Nanashi, thank you very much for the follow. Either way, man, I'm not trying to be a corporate slave for the rest of my life, and that's all that matters, you know. It's not fulfilling, and who cares about all that stuff? Hey, howdy. Yo, what's good? That really resonates. Yeah. I think you'll be fine, man, if you try something new. All right, what were we doing? What were we doing? I'm gonna close this, Claude. So, all right. Did it work? Add role-based access control, blah, blah, blah. Run this SQL in Supabase SQL editor. Set yourself as admin. Did it do that work for me? Sounds good to me. I didn't even read everything, but I think it can handle it. I'm gonna say, yeah, just do it, man. On a real note, was it the project you are working on? Wait, what? What do you mean? Project, what is the project I'm working on? I haven't really said. But this project I'm working on right now, or like the project that I want to build, I haven't really said what I want to build clearly. But the project I'm working on now is I'm just changing, adding some features and making my website a little bit better. I'd like, so I guess I'm drawing inspiration from, I guess, some video games, really. Like, people that constantly work on one project over a long period of time. I want to do something like that, you know? And I feel like I start many projects in my life and I work on them hard for a few months, and then I just don't ever work on them again. But I wonder, what if I just worked on one project for multiple years? Like, how far could I take it? And how crazy could it get? That's what I'm curious about. So it's like something I've never really done before. Which hosting company are you using for your website? I use Wholesale Internet, I think. Or they're also No6. I think it's the same company. They might have other things. I forget which one. Squarespace? What? I have a dedicated server. I forget which one of these. Registrar is Squarespace. Yeah. That's just the URL, the domain name. It was actually with Google, and then I guess it went to Squarespace after Google Domains is no longer a thing. So it's a dedicated server with, let me see if I can find which configuration I got. It might be this one. I got dual Xeon. How can I tell? I don't know. I guess I could look at my bill, but I'm pretty sure it's this. I'm gonna buy the COUK of it and make it the Midnight One Wozniak. Alright, man. Seems like Claude is having an outage. Dang, right now? Or is everybody affected? Maybe my thing is still working. Elevated errors today. Alright, well, thanks for letting me know. But hopefully things will be alright. Hey, are you like subscribed to this as head of AI stuff? I guess you have to be on top of the ball. Maybe I should also subscribe to updates, man. All of them. Everything. I'm also head of AI in my org. I'll give myself that title. Anyways. Alright. Dang. Maybe our status page is vibe coded. Hey, maybe. Um, almost a year ago, I was reading the best practices, Claude best practices thing. Yeah, about almost a year ago, I read this. Have they updated this best practices thing? Maybe I should read it. Or if there's like more modern articles on this. Let's see what type of things they've written. Effective harnesses for long running agents. Introducing advanced tool use on the Claude developer platform. Code execution with MCP. Building more efficient agents. That's all they got. I should be reading these, man, if I'm gonna be doing a lot of vibe coding. Maybe it changes month to month now, to be honest. What are some of the latest changes, like latest practices? It doesn't seem to have changed too much. Oh shit. YouTube people, what's happening? Sahild and DC Chatanya. How you doing? 20 minutes ago. Oh, I already mentioned the Ralph. That's the latest big one. Oh yeah. You're right. I didn't register that. Harnesses still a big one, of course. Man, I must have missed out. I think I left right around when the MCP stuff was popping off. What is harnesses? Maybe I should just read this. Effective harnesses for long-running agents. What is a harness? Agents still face challenges working across many context windows. We looked to human engineers for inspiration in creating a more effective harness for long-running agents. As AI agents become more capable, developers are increasingly asking them to take on complex tasks requiring work that spans hours or even days. However, getting agents to make consistent progress across multiple context windows remains an open problem. I'm not reading all of it. I had to read this on my own time. Alright, let's check in with all this stuff. Is it done? It's done, man. Should we try it out? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna just restart these things. Feed it all to AI and say compress the sauce into 5 lines. Hey, I gotta start doing things like that, man. Be more efficient. There usually isn't any secret sauce, and a lot of the tips and tricks don't offer any noticeable gains. Just always use plan mode and understand what it's going to do. MCP servers can come in later when you integrate with more external systems. These tools still suffer from the problem of the more info you give it, the worse it typically gets. Interesting. Thank you for the tips, man. Anani, what's happened? How am I? I'm doing alright, man. Just chilling, doing a little vibe coding on... I guess today's like the second day in office for me after my long break. So I quit the job. I took some time off after I quit to like get settled in. And yesterday was my first day like working in my new office, I guess. Not doing LeetCode. Today's second day. Yesterday was lots of trouble with my PC. Had hardware issues, but I fixed them last night. So today we're flying, man. Everything's working. I thought Anthropic is no longer recommending MCPs because of token waste. That's crazy. Is that a green screen or real plants? Crunchy Nerd, it is 100% real. I gotta do this. I've had to do this every stream. Everyone asks me if it's a green screen. I'm gonna show you one of my baby plants. Here we are. Here's one of my plants, man. It's blurry. Can't even see it. But you can't even see the white. This plant is a white wizard. Has a little white streak on it. I don't know anything about plants, man. But apparently this is a nice house plant. This one is white wizard. I have one called a pink princess. I got one called string of turtles. I don't know what else I got. Not green screen, but green plants. Yeah. What a plant dad. Nice setup. Thank you, everybody. OG Kush. Yeah, this plant is called Gorilla Glue number 4. I don't got no Gorilla Glue. Hey, what's that noise? I have a few that are called Christ thorns. Yeah, I got a bunch of Monsteras, albos, half moon albos or whatever. Is this a room in a house or a hacker basement? I'd say it's more of a hacker basement, man. Wait, just starts in the Claude prompt, waste tokens on each initialization. So the whole, from start to finish, waste tokens everywhere. The MCP usage still depends on what you're trying to solve. Like in our setup, we have an NCP to our design systems and another to Figma, which helps the flow a lot and is worth the extra cost. Dumpy Don, welcome to the party. Christ thorns. Hey, if you guys have plant recommendations, you gotta let me know. Christ thorns. Oh dang, I've seen these plants, man. They do they do look like what they're called. Yeah, when I went to the nursery, I told the guy, hey man, I'm looking for plants that will survive the worst caretaker of all time, and he recommended me a bunch of those plants. And then I went out and I bought some other plants that probably I shouldn't have, because I'm gonna kill them. Snake plants, minimum upkeep and good for air. Yeah, I'm planning to get some snake plants soon, but man, they're expensive. The little tiny ones are cheap, but the big ones are so expensive, man. If you truly want a tip, update your Claude MD to include the practices you personally like to use so that it moves more in line with how you code. Yeah, I don't know how I code, actually. I don't know how I code in, like, front-end stuff. You need some of that sticky, icky plants? Hey, maybe I got some, man. Your setup and background is quite unique. Thank you. I put a lot of thought into everything here, man. Your camera focuses on you and blurs the background. Hey, isn't that normal? Or, we're trying to test out this role-based thing, man. And I'm joking around. So here we go. I'm logged in. It doesn't show me anything. Oh wait, I didn't do what it told me to do though, so I can't blame it yet. I didn't update my database, so I gotta run these things in my SQL thing. Do I live in Florida? I can't say. But I can say I lived in Florida in my teenage and young adult years. I went to school in Florida. I moved to Florida. Like when I first moved to the US, I moved to Florida. Hey, I got a question for all you AI people, LLM people. I remember reading something about test-driven development is how you're supposed to be doing vibe coding. Like maybe first you tell the LLMs to build some type of plan or architects a design doc. And then you take that design doc and you feed it to other LLMs, but maybe you kind of tell them to write the test first without implementing anything. And then you tell them to implement the code that will pass the test cases without modifying the test cases. Is that actually the flow, the best flow for like software development with LLMs, or is that like a little too extra? I live in San Francisco and Vegas. Dang, what does that mean? You work in San Francisco and you have a big ass house in Vegas, or you live in San Francisco sometimes and you go live at the casino on the weekends? I'm not sure. How many leak codes have you solved? About 1,450 something. 1,458. Alright, what we're doing? I was trying to do Supabase stuff. I don't want to show my screen. Well, I guess I'll just use it on my other monitor. I don't want to show my Supabase dashboard because there's real data in there, like real people's emails and whatnot. Anyway, SQL editor. What did it tell me I gotta do? Add roll column with default user. All right. I'm gonna do that. Very good. Finished. And then find my UUID. All right, I'm gonna do that. All right, I found my UUID. And now set yourself as admin. Yes. I'm gonna be an admin. And then that's it. Secret password. I think that's already set. Alright, I just updated the things in the thing. Hey, FTB lag, thank you very much for that hydrate. Cheers. Job in Menlo Park. Oh, snap. Interesting. I have a house in SF and live in a tower on a strip in Vegas across Cosmopolitan. Dang. You're ballin', man. What's that? Facebook money? Bumping. Hey, I mean, you live in a tower on a strip in Vegas. Does that mean you're always gambling? What do you like to play? You got any tips for an aspiring gambler? You want to set up the constraints of your project before doing anything, so test-driven development is one route. You want to make sure your linters, formatters, etc. are all set up to your expectations as well. I would say it's better to make a feature specification doc, like a product owner, and use that as your base. The test-driven development is only as good as your ability to catch all the cases. Interesting. Hey, thanks for the input, man. Yeah, I gotta set up all these things. I haven't really set up my linters or anything. I've never had to do that before, man. Any job I go to, it's always already set up for me, and I just format, and it works. Anyways, so let's see if this role-based thing is working now. Oh, look at that! I just changed my thing, and I get these admin things. Excellent. Should I test it? Should I push it to prod and actually test it? I guess I could like test it here in not prod. Uh-oh. Did it break? Did I add it to like my real website? Oh shit. It didn't work. How can I figure out what happens there? Should I like read the code? Or should I just describe what I just did? Alright, let me see if the Type Racer Champ thing works. That didn't work either. I never gamble. I like the nightlife here and women better than San Francisco. Now I just work out and code with a view of the strip. I'll start doing LeetCode streams from here. Dang. When are you gonna start LeetCode streaming, man? I'm gonna follow you if you're actually gonna be doing LeetCode streams. I've solved 500 LeetCode, but still only 1600 rated in contests. Any tips? I used to think contest ratings were a good indicator of how ready you are for interviews, but I'm not too sure if I believe that these days. Only because there's so much cheating going on LeetCode, that it really affects your ratings, even if you're pretty good. Like, I've been affected big time, I think. So I think you should be more, don't worry too much about the rating on the contest, but be more focused on seeing if you can solve 3 problems on a contest. If you can solve like the first 3 problems, I think you're doing pretty well. Like 3 problems in the time limit for the contest. These days I've been struggling to solve 3. I've been like barely solving 2, man. Well, the best part is AI can do that part 2 for you. Wait, Rage at Claude, what it did wrong normally makes it better. Yeah. So I'm gonna just tell it. I just updated the Supabase stuff, and I can see the admin URLs on the header. But whenever I try to update something for real in dev on localhost, I don't see the results. Can you help debug why? Contest used to be LeetCode easy, 2 mediums hard. Now it's 2 hards? No, now it's generally the same, but the difficulty of the problem has increased a lot, and a lot of people are using LLMs to like boost their abilities. Can you help debug y equal token waste? Skip that part. All right. Can't be that much waste, right? Metamorphosizing? What the hell does that mean, man? maybe I didn't set the secret password. Hey, from YouTube, Pryusha, how are you doing? You find the problem yet, man? What's up? Is looking for my secret password. Why do I need the secret password if it's protected, if it's a protected route? I don't know. Let me ask it. Well, I'll ask it after. Just messing with you. Alright, I'm not too sure sometimes with you people out here. Max Plan, you can do whatever you want. It's heavily degraded currently, though, with that Claude issue. I see. I always wonder if these companies just have the LLMs make subtle mistakes on purpose to burn through tokens and encourage you to upgrade. We would never know. Well, they'd all have to do that, man, because if one company didn't do that, then that company would, like, rise above the rest. So maybe nobody's doing that, you know? I'm struggling with dynamic programming. How can I learn it from scratch? And do you follow NeetCode sheets? No, when I was studying, NeetCode wasn't around, man. I followed 4 or 5 years ago. 5 years ago. 6 years maybe. I don't know. I started with grokking the coding interview. But man, they're all the same, to be honest. And I struggled with dynamic programming for a long time. And I think what really helped for me is really understanding brute force recursion. I drew, like, start with a small input and then draw out, like, the decision tree. I think it really made sense for me for, like, house robbers. That's one of the easier dynamic programming problems. And it's the take it or leave it pattern, where if you can solve that brute force recursively the right way, where it's like at every index, you have to make a decision. One of two things. You can either rob that house or you can skip that house. So I drew out every decision in like a decision tree or whatever. And then it kind of just made sense after some time. But it was more like it never made sense for many, many, many months. And then one day, it was like an epiphany. I could just see the recursion and the memoization and everything, and it just clicked. I don't know how to describe it, man, but one day that's gonna happen to you, and it's probably coming real soon. Honestly, you should likely put your keys into api.env and then denied access. It still access it sometimes. Yeah, maybe I should do something like that. Companies could never cooperate. What? How stereotypical? What you talking about, man? Oh, Brett, what's happened, Brett? Someone's introduction to robbing houses. Yeah. House robber was the problem that really opened up my mind to dynamic programming. I tried to, like, I am so serious, man. I tried to understand DP for like a year and a half, and it just made no sense. Anytime I thought about it, my brain was just so confused. But after like really stepping through it, like the 4th or 5th time I did that, it just worked and it made sense to me. And that's happened many times in my career, not just with algorithms. I'd say it's happened like 4 or 5 times when I'm struggling, really struggling to grasp a concept. And I struggle for weeks or maybe even months. And then one day, you know, you just wake up and like, oh, I know Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying? It's like a light switch. It's either on or off. There's no like in between for me. But it takes a while for it to turn on sometimes. I'll do the stream 2 to 3 days per week and post LeetCode solutions on YouTube, starting with Blind 75 probably. Yeah, that is the way, man. I'd say, I think it's the biggest hack for studying and learning algorithms is to stream yourself doing it. Just go live, man. Don't be embarrassed if you're struggling or anything, because people aren't out here to try and make fun of you and put you down, usually. What you find is a lot of people coming to help you instead. People like Brett. Brett has been a real big help for me with algorithms for the past 5 years, man. It's crazy. Not only Brett, but so many other people in chat. They've helped me and they've taught me so much. And I don't think I'd have gotten this far without everybody's help, for sure. Not only do they help, but it's motivating to show up to, like, you know, if you have a study buddy, and I guess Twitch chat would be your study buddy. All right, so let me ask, I was gonna ask it, why do we need a secret password still if we have role-based access control? Did I tell it to keep the secret password? I don't know. It's easier to hit the gym with someone to keep you accountable. That's what I'm saying. Fluffy, what's happened? Welcome. Thank you for taking my problem with house robber example. I literally was stuck on that only. If I won't be unemployed, I would gift you. After 6 months, I'll do it. Hey, don't worry about gifting or anything, man. What you can do though, you can just stream LeetCode and that's it. You know, I think people will find you because so many people on Twitch, they're looking for LeetCode streamers. Other people who are lonely studying algorithms, they look for people who are also doing it and they start to collaborate with you. I'll find you for sure if you start streaming. Simon's greatest quality is he consistently seems to absorb and learn regardless of what it's on. Then I rob houses. Hey, I try not to do anything too shady these days, man. Alright, let's see what this is saying. Password is redundant. Remove it, yeah. Remove the password, yes. Let's do that. Yes. You know, when I was younger, I used to play games. I still play games, but I played World of Warcraft when I was younger, and I think I made an orc warrior. And I only played by myself, even though I was in the World of Warcraft and it was an MMO and everyone is in the world with you. I still solo quest, and I got up to like the crossroads and wherever was after the crossroads. I think the little jungle or forest to the north, that's like level 28 maybe. And then I just kind of got bored and I quit, man. But then I played again about a year or two later. But this time, instead of solo questing and stuff, I joined a guild with my cousin. And man, I made it way past level 28 that time. I made it to level 60 or maybe even level 70 with the Burning Crusades expansion. But not only one character to level 70. I must have gotten like 5 characters to level 70, man. And I don't think I would have done that if I was playing by myself with nobody to talk to and relate to and communicate with. So what I'm trying to say is, I think joining some type of community will push you further than you can go on your own. I think there is also like an old saying somewhere, maybe it's from Africa, that says like, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you got to go together. So that's all I'm saying is, when you're studying LeetCode, I think you'll get further if you have a community or other people to like interact with. Shock Q, what's happening? Welcome. True, yeah. True about World of Warcraft. Doing anything with others is so much more fun than alone, regardless of what it is. Even picking my nose as a team. Yeah. Not only is it fun, but like all of the greats in the world, man, they always had some crazy good, consistent training partners. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in bodybuilding, he had crazy training partners. Usain Bolt with running, that man had crazy training partners, you know. Everybody, you need to surround yourself with people who are gonna push you and challenge you, I think. And that's why I stream, because in my real life I don't know that many people that program, or I'm not like interacting with them all the time, you know. If I want to vibe code, I'm not gonna like call up on my friend, be like, hey man, what's up? You want to vibe code? And they're like, nah, I'm busy. I'm out eating tacos. I'm gonna call up my next friend, hey man, what's up? You want to vibe code? Like, nah, I'm busy. I got soccer practice, you know? Like, I'm not trying to do that. So I just go on stream on Twitch, and whoever is available and whoever wants to vibe or LeetCode or whatever, they come out here and we do it, you know? Anyways. What is it doing? Did it finish? All right, let me try it. That saying really resonates, because what I've found works best for me is going alone until I get stuck. Then I go into a group or ask someone who knows more to help me get unstuck. And it's usually the kind of getting unstuck that helps me go much further alone as well. Interesting. Nice to see Vibe Coder curious how it is. Curious how vibe coding is? It's fun, man. It's real chill. I'm glad you do it. Hey, thank you so much. You don't check YouTube chat? Oh, I do. My bad. Alex Totter, what's happening? Do you use OBS multi-plugin to stream on YouTube? Yes, I use OBS multi-plugin. Thank you for reminding me, Dev Delight. It's sometimes the YouTube chat gets under a window and I don't see it. That's what just happened. I'm really bad about YouTube chat, man. You're gonna miss NYC. I moved out here end of 2024 and I really like it. I miss some things about New York, but I don't think I utilized New York to its full potential. What I mean by that is I just stayed at home. I didn't go outside, man. I don't care to go outside. So I don't think I was getting my full money's worth from New York. But I did enjoy like public transit and walking around and all that stuff. I didn't really go to events. You know, I'm like, I have a family, man, so I just stay at home and chill with them. So I don't think New York was the right place for me. And I didn't have space for my studio, man. Everything was so cramped in my apartment. So I'm much happier with more space. I have a big studio for streaming and whatever. And yeah, I just feel a lot happier outside of New York. Just wanted to pre-provide that help to others and not only vampire when stuck. Yeah, that's my name. Oh, snap, Dev Delight. Hey, sorry for missing your YouTube message, man. Also, welcome. What's happening? All right. Yeah, re-providing knowledge is super important. That's what I'd like to do with algorithms, man. I feel like so many people have helped me, and now I want to like pass on that knowledge. Did you family supports agree with leaving Google? I find this the hardest part of what I do. I'd love to go back to passion, but I just fuel my goal pile. Yeah, I had a talk with my wife. I think my wife generally supports whatever I want as long as it's reasonable. And she's known me for a long time, man. She's known me since, I don't know, college days. And like even before I got my Google job, she knows one of my biggest like goals in life is to create some like a small business or just do something, you know. So I think she trusts my judgment and she trusts in my abilities to be able to provide even if it doesn't work out. So it wasn't an issue with that. Sounds like an amazing woman to have found. Yeah, it's crazy how great we get along sometimes. Google has RTO anyway. Yeah, I think RTO is all right, man. It wasn't too bad. All right, so let me see what I'd have to do. I just restart the things and it should work. Let's see if it works, man. Role-based access. Testing. Oh, that actually works. Look at that. And let's test the add type racer champ. All right. Seems to be working, man. Should I push that and see what's up? Or should I ask it to do some type of security check so that people aren't like messing with my data? I don't know. It's not that serious, right? Remote since 2018. I used to leak code and watch your stream in the background. Oh, snap. Hey, Hector HSC, thank you very much for those bits, man. All right, let me show you the old way of, I used to have to go to this URL manually. I have to put in the bits. I have to put in Hector HSC. I gotta put in 100 bits. I gotta type in my password. And boom, Hector HSC. So that's my flow for adding a new supporter on the board. But now, with role-based access control, I don't need to do any of that password junk or whatever. Wait, you know what I should try? I should try to hit that URL from a non-admin account. That's what I should really do. So let me go localhost. I can access the page. Wait, I'm not. Now I'm logged out. So, oh, so it just redirects me to the login page. That's great, right? Yes. It's likely fine. It does do security like a child with a handgun though, so do try to review some of what it does. I'd certainly suggest using things like Cypress tests or Playwright. Then you can just write tests, do exactly what you're about to do. In this case, likely not relevant. Yeah, Cypress tests, Playwright, never heard of those things. I don't know anything about web development. I spent the last few years doing C++ infrastructure, you know. All right, so now maybe we should push some commits. Did it already push commits? Where are my changes at? Remove. Hey. What changes are here, man? That's it. I don't remember how my website works, man. Alright, I'm gonna just hit that one. Added role-based access. Is that how you spell access? What are you talking about, man? Alright, is there like a OK button? That's fine, man. Let's do it. You have 480. No, some of them aren't real changes, man. Wait, Cypress Basic clicks through your site in a way you define, but it gives you a screenshot of how it works. Nice. I see you're in a workspace with many. Yeah, that's what's going on. Some of them are not my projects. Don't defense. What's happened? Yesterday, Claude created a huge main.ts file. It was so big, it would crash whenever I tried to read it. I had to split it up and ask it to fix it. Otherwise, it would just insta crash. That's crazy, man. Hey, what the hell is this error, man? Why is it tripping? Should I Google that? I see the error you're using Windows. Yeah, I know, man. LF will be replaced by CRLF. Hey, Dev Delight, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Let me add you to the board. I wish I could upload my new feature so I can just do it, you know. Hey, Dev Delight. Thank you again for the next 100 bits. That's 200 bits, man. What was that noise? Hey, you're gonna make me do it again? Thank you so much. Alright, one more time. Look at that, 3 diamonds for Dev Delight. Thank you. Alright, so what is this dang error, man? Can I commit the things? Can I just hit that button? Like, I'm gonna close some of these things. How do you get rid of it, man? Should I just hit this? Who knows what I'm doing? I don't know what to do, man. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that because now it closed my Claude terminal. Maybe I should be running Claude from a standalone terminal instead of this VS Code terminal. Damn, what the it's complaining about line returns. You can go to the that file it is complaining about in the bottom, just click it. Yeah, but I mean, why is it tripping though? Shouldn't it just do it? Just click this and hit that. It's all of them. I don't want to do any of this stuff, man. Hey, smart coder. Thank you. Thank you very much, smart coder. You guys have figured out that it's a lot cheaper to get your name on the board with bits than it is with subs. Should I fix that bug? Or is it a feature? I don't know, man. Alright, thank you very much, smart coder. We should all do this, but at small intervals so you can't work a lot today. Hey, once Claude is running, I can do whatever, you know? Alright, don't defense wants a little type racing, man. Let's do it. I heard the type racer sound. Yeah. Your get is likely currently set up to expect CRLF, but those have LF. Right. So I have to configure get to not expect anything. Either way, let's do this type racer first, and then I'll try and fix that stuff. Also, dang, what time is it? Got about 30 minutes before I gotta go. Alright, there's a type racer. Oh shit. I didn't log in. So I gotta go to my own type racer here. Alright, first race warm up, second race championship. Easy warm up, man. Dang, 125. Short passage, though. And warm-up doesn't count. I did it for reader streams are like LeetCode ASMR. Hey, thank you very much, smart coder. But I'm not doing LeetCode today. This is more like vibe coding ASMR. Listen to me ramble about nonsense. Alright, that was the warm-up championship round. Here we go. We got somebody Canada here. We got India in the house. And a bunch of USAs. Dang, we got two. What? Alright, here we go, man. Dang, another short passage with easy words. This could be crazy record. All right, here we go, man. Dang, guest! Who's that guest? Take a screenshot, man, if you want to go on the board. Take a screenshot real quick and post it somewhere, or, you know, let us see who you are. Space Pacal. I really enjoy the sound of your keyboard. This is a Bubble 75 with, I forget what switches. I switched them out from Aqua Kings. Alright, who's that guest? Who will that guest? That was you? Hey, you gotta show some proof. Cores. You gotta show some proof. Because People have tried to cheat their way. Let's see. Dang, look at that. The real proof. Alright, Cores. You're going on the board for Type Racer Champions. A new champion. Wait. Type Racer Ad Champ. How much was it? Don't Defense is mad. He's always second place. 114. And this comments field is a secret password field. Oh yeah, look at that, man. 114. Yeehaw. Alright. Alright, now we're trying to do some type of GitHub stuff. How do I configure GitHub to be good? Umbrella Corp, thank you very much for the follow. Ivan Droll, thank you very much for the follow. Alright. Where's the little thing? Yeah, right there. Hey, which one is from Linux stuff and which one is Windows? CRLF or LF? Which one goes with what? And how can I fix it permanently, man? Invalid path null? What you talking about, man? Alright, everything's broken, man. Hey, why am I in socks? I gotta do a lot of maintenance on my repo. Yeah, what is this? Who put this there? Who put this there, man? Alright, I'm just gonna commit those changes instead. But man, I'm pushing it to like the wrong thing. I gotta figure out GitHub again. It's been so many years since I've used it. Finally, web dev are not super hard LeetCode problems. Seaplane, what's happening? Yeah, it's still super hard for me though, man, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just clicking buttons out here. Why are you trying to get my keys, man? What's my password, man? Who knows what my password is? Cause that ain't it, man. That's because you're doing button pushing instead of using your brain via terminal. Hey, the buttons are there for a reason, right? Man, I'm in the wrong dang thing. I gotta figure out how to like merge this branch into the main branch or whatever. But anyways, let's just carry on. I'm trying to rebuild my image and deploy it to the website. So how do we do that? Lone Defense says I gotta use my brain. Man, it's not 2001 anymore. You don't got to use your brain like that. You know, just push buttons, man. I think I gotta update the back end as well. Rebuild your image? Are you hiring a PR person? Maybe. Oh shit, I'm not even showing. Man, I'm getting hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I have anything to eat. I need to do some meal prepping. That's what I really need. Alright, so I built that. Let me build this one. And then I'll upload it and then pull it on the server. How do you divide housework with your wife? We just do whatever we like to do more, I guess. I think it's like split down the middle. Sometimes she cooks, sometimes I cook. She does most of the laundry these days, but in New York we had a laundry lady. We just drop off our laundry. I shovel snow. I do a lot of the trash stuff. And we'll both do dishes and whatnot. Don't defense. Sorry, late reaction. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, man. I don't know. I was thinking about food for a second. Wait, I'm gonna add your bits once I deploy these new images. So give me a minute, man. I don't even know if having this thing here is a good idea, but who cares? Wait, I didn't upload the images yet. How do you do that? This thing, push, button pushers. Nobody knows those commands. I don't have time to remember commands, you know. Where's the back end? Midnight Hono. Gotta push that. Hey, would you mind if I share a VS extension that I built? Sure, go ahead. Is it relevant to what we're doing here, or are you just trying to like, you know, blast their extension all over? Also, welcome to the stream. Whole reason for the bits was for me to be interrupted. Well, you did interrupt me, man. And I'm dealing with it. All right, here we go. Did they upload? Yeah. It's a fuzzy finder. I don't even know what a fuzzy finder is, man. And Vim telescope, I don't know what that is either. Taraz Mazepa, what's happening? Welcome to the party. All right, here we go. This is your thing. Don't Defense thinks you're gonna steal all of our passwords. Let's watch your video, man. Wait, I don't even know what this does. Anyways, it finds something. My open source project got a compressor that decided to use the same name. Dang, what the hell? You gotta find a new name or tell them what's up. Guess who's the one in last place? It ain't me. It searches for files, text, branches, diagnostics inside your workspace. Contact them, they acknowledge the problem but refuse to rename, even if they adopted that name 3 weeks ago. Dang, I don't know how I deal with that situation. Oh shit, I'm not logged in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta I gotta fix something real quick. I broke it, man. Can't believe I broke it. I should have tried to roll that out a little bit more safely, huh? What am I doing? I'm from YouTube. What's happened? Bed Anta. How are you doing? I'm working on my website, midnightsimon.com, but I'm not sharing my screen right now because I'm dealing with some API key stuff. So I don't know how to fix it, man. I don't know what to do. I just ask Claude, I guess. Cause I swear I put the dang environment variables that they want me to do, but it ain't working. What's your frog t-shirt? I don't know, man. It's just a frog. Wait, hey, list tips for remember CRLF is Windows. CR stands for cartridge return and LF stands for line feed. /R are Windows stuff too, so RN is Windows, so CRLF. Hey, good to know. I always forget what those things mean, like cartridge return, like what they stand for, you know? Alright. Dang. I can't believe I pushed that broken ass thing right when I'm about to go on break. It's not the play. I guess I'll just ask Claude to help me out, man. I have a problem. I just deployed some changes to prod in the Midnight Simon remix. It is not able to read the so the callback URL is going to localhost. What could be the problem? Make no mistakes. That's why I gotta tell it. Amontarium, thank you very much for the follow. So now I'm logged in, but it's not really logged in. It's Jesus, everything's broken, man. I mean, how is it gonna know what to do? I don't know what to do, except I gotta fix these variables, these environment variables somehow. What's the name of the thing? OAuth callback URL. All right, what's it saying? Interesting. It's not at runtime, it's at build time. All right. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So let's rebuild, and I'll set the environment variable locally and then set that stuff, man. It's crazy. Build time. All right. We gotta rebuild this image. I just enabled the variable. Now let me go copy my command that I have pasted here to rebuild my image. This one. And then I gotta go, what should I eat? What should I eat for lunch? I gotta go Costco, man. Do I gotta go Costco? Maybe I'll go to regular supermarket. There's a Costco nearby where he lives. We can triangulate soon. Yeah. Steven Sagiball, what's happened? Hey, I think you guys could triangulate my signal already. If you watch my VODs, man, there's a lot of hints. And I didn't mean to give out. What do you usually get from Costco? Chicken breasts. And whatever is on sale. I already have his longitude and latitude. Oh yeah. It's bumping. All right, push that new thing. Yeah, what do I get from Costco? Anything on sale. Sometimes I get the rotisserie chicken. I'll get a hot dog from the food court. Did I already push it? I don't remember. I think I did. Yeah. I love their hot dog. Yeah, it's such a good deal, man. But I don't know if it's too good for you. So I try not to eat them every single day. Otherwise, I think if I was younger, I would. But I already got health problems, man. I got cholesterol problems. I should not be eating a Costco hot dog. Alright, I hope this dang thing works because I gotta go. I gotta go figure out food. I could DoorDash, but that's expensive. Sometimes I'll hit DoorDash up, like just for groceries, but only if they got crazy sales going on. Sometimes they're like, spend $70, get $30 off. And then so I go and buy things on the supermarket, but then I only put things that are already on sale. So it's like you get a double sale. You get the sale price from the supermarket, then you get the promo for the buy something, get 30% off deal. And then, you know, I'll just... Sometimes I don't even need anything, but if there's like something on sale that's non-perishable, I'll just buy like 50 of them on sale, super sale. All right, let's see if the dang website works, man. Oh yeah, it's working. All right, don't defense. Was it 100 bits? Thank you so much. Don't defense. The board is growing, and maybe that's a good place to stop for the day, or not the day, because I probably do some stuff offline. Dang. For the day? No, for the morning. Yeah, it's only been 3 hours, but hey, if if I worked 3 hours every day at my old job, I think I'd have been doing way too much work. Morning? Hey, it's not literally morning, but this was my morning session because it started in the morning and now it's 1 p.m. All right. Maybe I need to write down some things. All right, I need to organize myself. Need to organize myself with some type of issue tracking thing instead of this notepad. And I need to think of some things that I'd like to have on this website. Maybe I need to, like, some features or whatever. Maybe I need to get this chat thing working a bit better because right now it's crap. Oh yeah, persist chat messages. I want to persist chat room messages or whatever the terminology is, because right now it just goes away. Well, I'm the only person in here right now. Anyways, let's go find somebody to raid, and then I gotta go. Coding with strangers. Co-working. Focusing for 5 more minutes. You guys want some co-working action? Is there a sound? I don't hear nothing. Hey, there's a co-working and studying category. I'll probably hit that up one day. Any leak coders, vibe coders? Nobody leak codes anymore, man. Alright, let's go down here and find somebody who needs a boost. Man, look at all them plants. Sorcerer, what's happened? Just catching the end, yeah. I'm sure you've been told to go look, but have you seen the design of Lando Norris's website? Luke of the Wired, what's happened? I don't even know who Lando Norris is. Should I check it out real quick before I leave? Oh, I know who Lando Norris is. I thought he was like a tech guy when he said his website. So everybody's been talking about this website. It's pretty cool. Lots of animations, but it looks real nice. Very like Apple-y. Well, maybe not all this crazy stuff up here. But anyways, thanks for sharing that. Let's find somebody to raid. I gotta go eat. I probably gotta go supermarket though first. Any vibe coding going on? Day 121 vibe coding in an app. You guys want to hit this guy? Oh, he's talking, and he has a camera. It's good enough. He's vibe coding for too long if it's day 121. Well, you can go ask him about that, man. Let's go raid this vibe coder guy. After day 10, I think they're not able to really vibe code. I mean, shit, I've spent more than 10 days vibe coding junk that, you know, but maybe not 121 days. Anyways, man, don't be mean. Don't defense. Let's be nice to this person. Don't grill them on their vibe coding. Just be pleasant. You know, he's putting himself out there doing things in front of everybody. So show some interest in his project and whatever, maybe do whatever you want, really. All right, Don't Defense, Luke of the Wired. Have a good night. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorcerer, sorry, I just seen here. How did the stream go? The stream went well. I added some features to my website. Just some small things, nothing too crazy. Everybody, Subs, have a good night. Steven Sagiball, The Chosen One 1080, have a good night. Thank you very much. Or have a good day, because it's not night right now. Terra's Mazepa, Gui China, Anani1221. See you later, everybody. Everybody from YouTube. Adios.